Zach, what's the latest on Joe Burrow?
It looks like he's going to need surgery. We're still working through all the details of that, what that timeline is going to look like. So that's really all the information I have today.
You anticipate putting him on IR?
I don't want to make any determination right now. We'll get through the week, get all the information we can, and then we'll go from there.
Is the hope right now gathering second opinions? Is that what you're
Yeah, I think that's all the process they're going through right now, timeline and all that kind of stuff. So not information I have today.
What's your message to the team?
That we're 2-0, and we've got a lot of good energy right now. There's a lot of things that we can clean up with our football team to be better going forward. We have not put our best foot forward yet, and so that's what's exciting is that we found a way to be 2-0 right now, and we still haven't even played our best football collectively. So the goal this week is find a way to go on the road and be 3-0, and I know our guys are chomping at the bit for that opportunity.
Yeah, Joe does miss extended time. Can you, Jake, and a lot of the same faces draw from 2023? Does that help?
Yeah, we have a ton of confidence in Jake, and so he proved that yesterday against what I think everyone's going to see as a really good football team. He's done in the past. He's played against this team we're about to play, so he's got experience there. And so again, the point that you turn to now is excited for Jake to go out there and play, and he's earned the right to be in the spotlight, and so guys will rally behind him, and we'll get Jake's best.
Obviously, you're trying to prepare for Minnesota and do everything you do in the normal course load of a Monday after a game. But when you have something significant like this and there's so much to consider, what kind of a challenge is it for you and your staff?
It's just part of the process for us. You know, there's always some form of adversity you're gonna face, and it's how do you respond to it. And so again, it's there's not a lot we can do right now for Joe. You know, other than I feel terrible for him because he's put in all the work, and so for him to have to go through this is the worst part of it. But as a football team, we just got to continue to move forward, and that's what these guys are going to do. And so again, there's not a lot that takes up my time if that's what you're asking in terms of today. We're ready to move on to Minnesota and find a way to get after these guys.
In your conversations with Joe, how is he? What type of spirits is he in?
Well, it's hard for me to answer. You know, it's always disappointing when you have to go through this, but my experience with Joe is he's always been, upbeat and handle it the best that he can given the circumstances. I think that's always how he looks at it. But again, he can probably at some point answer that better than I can.
Is there any possibility of bringing in somebody else to that room designed to maybe eventually challenge Jake, or is it you guys are riding with Jake all year? That's the plan.
I feel very confident in Jake. I think Jake has proven his caliber in this league, and that he can help us win football games and contend for all the things that we want to contend for. With that being said, we're always open to bringing in other people at this point. We got 2 quarterbacks sitting in this room, and so I'm sure we'll turn over a lot of rocks trying to find another guy.
I didn't get a definitive timeline or anything like that, but is there still at least hope in the building that Joe could be back at some point?
Yeah, I don't want to say anything that I can't fully answer right now. Shamar, doubtful for this week. He's got an ankle sprain. Again, we'll accumulate more information today, tomorrow as it goes, but doubtful for this week.
Any other injuries that you picked up over the course?
Not as of right now. Yep.
Just confirm for us that it definitely is a turf toe.
Yes. Yes.
Do y'all have an idea of when that occurred? Was it on the play on his last offensive snap? Do you have an idea?
I just assumed that without getting into the details. I just assumed it was on that play.
Zach, do you feel like when you think about this injury happening to Joe and another injury you guys are dealing with, that you have to organizationally start to rethink how you protect Joe and the way that you guys have gone about that?
It's unfortunate that this happened. But again, that's part of football, and that's what's going to happen. Guys are in the pocket, guys are moving around. I don't know how a turf toe injury fully happens, how you got to get hit or stepped on. I know that potentially he could have been clean for 99% of the game, and the one play is where this happens. And so I get it. I understand where people are going to come from. It's going to be very attacking of us and our style of play. That's got us to a Super Bowl and an AFC championship and 2 division titles and won a lot of games for us. So we're always evaluating how we can protect our players and put them in the best position possible. So I take accountability for that. And if people want to blame me for putting them in a position, I'm fine taking that. But we'll continue to put the best plan forward to put Jake in a great position to go help us beat Minnesota.
I mean, you said that.
What would you say to those people that look at the offensive line?
I don't really worry about the outside noise. We are always working to be the best version of the Cincinnati Bengals. And trying to put ourselves in the best position. The players have bought in, the coaches have bought in. We feel like we put ourselves in a great position here at 2-0 by beating two teams that are difficult teams to beat. And so that's all I can say. I can't answer to everybody. You're never going to please 100% of the people. Whatever I say will please some, not the others. And so I'm very accepting of that and embrace the role that we're in. You know, it's challenging, and we'll continue to find ways to be successful.
Where's your confidence level in the offensive line right now?
Very high. If people are looking at the offensive line as the number one reason in that thing, that was an all 11 people on the same page in that last game. So especially early on, there's some things that we got to correct at every position to be able to all be on the same page. It is simple as that. And that's coaching, that's the receivers, that's the tight ends, that's the running backs, and that's the offensive line and the quarterback all working in unison with each other. So again, it's the line always takes all the blame for it. I've got confidence in those guys, and we're going to continue to get their best going forward.